Good morning. Welcome back to Team Pajamas. Yes, my hair is a mess. It's still in the process of growing out. Yeah, that one's kind of like out in the middle of nowhere. But that happens when you get up in the morning. You just sort of comb your hair and get a cup of tea and turn on the camera. It is evening out a bit. Some of the longer ones were the ones that were shorter earlier, and I'm trying to as the pieces get longer, try to trim this part to match that, and I'm just sort of letting it do its thing. And I wanted to get might want to get a mohawk again eventually because I miss it. But I do kind of also miss the headbands and all that, the hair clips. But not that much because, yeah, it is harder to comb all its hair because it's where its hair is all even, it's where right about here, it's more even. So it's thicker. And as it gets thicker again, it's, well, full. It's thick. It's, the, tech, this is fine hair. It's like in fine course you have. I think it's thick and full. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up. But this is fine. Yeah, that's fine textured hair. My hair's always been like that, like spider webs. But I have a lot of it. Anyway, you'll see my hair take an interesting journey as it grows out again, and I will decide what I want to do with it. But that's again not why we're here. We are here because it's Team Pajamas. I'm wearing this shirt as a pajama top. It's time to do laundry again, so I'm digging through things I don't normally wear to work that are cozy. Oh, sorry. And also, due to the fact that I've used up the three, was it four, that I got from Brutalities, I'm revisiting some old ones. We just finished off this one, OhioTeaCompany.com Apple Cinnamon. This is the last cup of that. It's a mix of black teas, cinnamon, oh, there's no comma there, cinnamon chips, apple pieces, orange blossoms, and flavoring. It's 1 teaspoon at 212 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 to 4 minutes. And there is a QR code if you want more information. And it's kind of a cute little picture. It's like an old-fashioned greeting card or art type illustration with a basket of apples at a farm or an apple orchard. And I have one of my vintage mugs that I bought not too long after I moved out here. It was quite the find. As I said, it was a set of four for $5. My sister-in-law basically told me to, you know, not get them at first because she was thinking it was $5 each. And then I did circle back around, if I recall, and I got them because I said, hey, it's actually $5 for all four. You can probably hear the train. I live next to the train tracks. Well, not right directly next to the train tracks, but the train tracks are between the street that I'm on and the street across from me, up parallel. So somewhere between the subway road and Minnesota Avenue that is the train. It runs. It's a freight train, so it runs pretty much all the time. And I've had this tea for a while. And also, I burnt my tongue big time last night because I had fish and chips, and I tend to eat this fish almost right out of the oven. So my taste buds are a little unhappy at me right now. And also, this has mellowed. I believe this is one of the ones I got from Steve and Maria toward the beginning when they first started sending me teas. So I've had this one for at least a year, maybe even two, maybe more. Some teas I drink down completely, others I hoard like a dragon. And some I'd forget about, like this was one of the ones I forgot about. So it's not, with my taste buds being a little singed And also my sinus is being stuffy, as you can tell. I'm not tasting all of the character of the tea. I'm getting mainly apple and a bit of cinnamon. And it's all kind of melded together with my taste buds being the way they are for a kind of warm, buttery kind of flavor. Which is perfect. This morning when I rolled over, as I do, I get up, feed the cats, clean the box, and then curl up and doze for a little bit, just relax, enjoy my day off. I looked out the window at one point, and I couldn't really even see through the fog, just barely. It was like a white out the window. And I thought, oh, please don't tell me there's a whole bunch of snow. No, there's not. Fortunately, the snow did not really stick that much. It's sticking maybe in spots, but I think that's mostly frost. So it's going to be an interesting year. And I'm going to have an interesting week. Usually, my job has us work one of our 2 days off and then has you take the holiday as an unpaid day off. So that way you're getting paid for all 40 hours. However, this time they decided they were going to cut hours. hmm At a time when you would think we would be getting um, more seasonal help. Nope. We had a couple new people. They're not seasonal, part time. My nose itches. So we've gotten some part time help, but not seasonal. So people have gotten their hours cut. So long story short, instead of working one of my days off and having just my standard 2, I'm working 4 days and having 3 days off. And there goes Lilo. Hi, Lilo. Do you want to say hi? No? Okay. She's investigating. um, yeah. I'm going to talk to somebody that's not in my area and see if I can still put in PTO, protect paid time off for Thanksgiving, even though we don't get to take it off, because then I will still get paid. It'll be PTO. It won't go to my 40. I won't be working off scheduled hours, but I will get paid. I will have 40 hours worth of pay. I'm going to try and see if I can do that. And yeah, yes, I will see. Maybe they won't let me. Maybe they will. December's a 3-check month, which means I usually get to have a little more wiggle room as far as spoiling myself and sharing content with you, because what I spoil myself with are the kinds of things that I like to share with you here, that I like anyway. So we'll see how that goes. But for right now, I know I said I was going to order some personalities. I will try to do that next month. And we'll get some cat themed tea. So, anyway, this one, I can't give you a terribly good review, unfortunately, because, like I said, I burnt my tongue yesterday. And my sinuses are acting up. But if you can find this tea, definitely give it a try. Ohio Tea OhioTeaCompany.com. Apple cinnamon. The tea blend with cinnamon and herbs. And it's definitely a lovely tea to have on a day like today when it's chilly. Nice warm apple cinnamon tea. To that end, I might make myself some some pumpkin tea. I still have pumpkin green tea, and I have some green tea chai. I have some things I can heat up. Have myself a nice big hot bowl of oatmeal. Oh. And try not to think too much about the next week. Oh, on the upside, there is good news. The, the owner of the cab company that takes me to work asked me if I had to work Thanksgiving. Not his exact words. I reworded it slightly. Yes, I'm getting a turkey neck. I better watch out. If I turn into a turkey, then somebody might start chasing me. Anyway, I digress. He asked me if I had to work, and I said no. He is also my neighbor. I'm hoping that's not a conflict of interest because this is the lowest rent I can find right now. Oh, oh, spaz moment. Yes, he said that I would probably be smelling some things. It usually sounds kind of ominous, but he does like to use his smoker, and I know that. But he did say that he's going to make a plate for me. Well, him and his family, his girlfriend, and her kids are going to make me a plate and bring it up. And they're eating all the things that this stomach should not be trying to digest. So I might end up eating lasagna, and he said they're having lasagna and sausage and pepper sandwiches, and pulled pork. Very non-traditional Thanksgiving. Tomorrow, when I get my rent check, I'm going to try and get myself a bottle of wine or a cheap 6 pack of seasonal beer to go with Thanksgiving. Yes, I'm playing with my hair. It's a mess. It looks ridiculous. You know, I could cut it all that length, but then it would take forever. It took me years to get this. So it would take me about, by the time I grow it out, it would be time, I would be retired. And I've noticed the parts that were short are, aren't frizzy. The parts that I've had for a while that have been well conditioned and also poorly conditioned are kind of frizzed. But I'm not cutting them off. I'm trimming as I go. And I'm just losing my train of thought again. Just fidgeting with my hair. Anyway, yes, the food is stuff that's my stomach cannot handle. But I'm going to be nice and I'm going to enjoy it. I am going to be thankful for neighbors that are willing to share their food with me. And my body won't be quite so thankful, but that's what that's what the spirit of the holiday is anyway. The original intent, the whole thing of Thanksgiving, yeah, it's kind of nefarious. But if we can just take out the few, well, I sound like a 10th Doctor friend. Well, we can take the spirit of it, I guess. The spirit that people want to take away from it, I should say, is being thankful for what you have and sharing what you have with other people. We should do that all year round. But this time of year, it's more notable and people are more likely to do that. So I'm thankful for getting to share a holiday meal in this mother-in-law cabin studio loft of a spot with my next door neighbors. And oh yes, one of my coworkers is going to bring me some pie. The lady I got the cat from. Not the lady that I keep like a flagpole's distance away because she kind of scares me. Not her. One of my coworkers, the one that I got Lilo from, was going to bring me some pie. So I'm going to have lasagna and pork, sausage sandwich, whatever the sides are, a plate, a sample plate, a goodly amount, as my son West would probably say, of non-traditional Thanksgiving food with some pie. So, and then I will just not think about the fact that I will be one whole day short. I will make do. I usually do. You know how it is. It's like this is goth on a budget, and you see me do some crazy things with very little money, so we can do this. And if I can use some of my time off to buffer my hours, that would be fantastic. I've done it before because if you want to pay yourself for the holiday, they let you do that. So I will probably pay myself for the holiday and put in PTO for Thanksgiving because I can't put it for the one of my days off because I'd be paying myself for a day I wouldn't be working. So that's a gray area that I don't want to get into. I can probably still pay myself for Thanksgiving. So anyway, rambly. And I lost myself at the bottle of wine. I'm extra squirrely today because all of this with the hours cut and everything else going on has me, you can't tell, I'm outwardly calm, but inwardly I'm like, yes. To wrap this all up back in a nice bow, I am going to get myself a bottle of wine or some beer to go with my non-traditional Italian meal that I'm going to have for Thanksgiving with my neighbors. And the tea, again, as I said, if you can get tea from ohioteacompany.com, do try the apple cinnamon. You will like it, unless you have an allergy to apples, in which case I suggest you try something else. But if you can tolerate apples, slow mouth. Yes, speaking of intolerances and allergies and whatnot, my face is puffy again, as you can see. When I look like a potato stuffed on a body, yeah, it's my allergies. So yes, do take that into account. If you aren't able to have apple, try a different flavor, but do try this company. I didn't get more of that. I didn't, well, not more because this was a gift. I haven't gotten any from them because I try to go with the theme of the channel, as you know. Anything off the wall, creepy, spooky pop culture, horror movies, metal, goth, vampires, etc., 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 etc. But occasionally, one of these pops up, something a little bit more mainstream. And oh yes, fun things like T-Punk, which is gone. Witchwood is, as I mentioned, I think in a previous video, Witchwood. Yeah, there goes my voice. I'll wrap this up. This is ridiculous long. Witchwood is selling their business, so they're going to be gone at least for a while. So that's two right there. And Arrow Minded Crafts is low key right now. Out of My Skull, which I have not bought anything from yet, she's closing as well because her health problems are making it difficult for her, to keep up with orders. She may have some stock left. She may have some inventory left. I would check her out on Facebook to try and help her out. So that's another thing. Help the spooky small businesses while you can. And the ones that are going out of business, if they have some items left and you can afford it, stop by and purchase some items from them so they can try to stay afloat at least a little bit. So again, I'm going to let you guys go. Enjoy the weather. If you like it cold and foggy, it is nice and creepy. Watch out for Pyramid Head. I just had to throw that in there. And as always, please do take care of the shapeshifters, cryptids, mythocopies, and monsters and creatures of all kinds that are in danger right now, because we need to stick together. We need to help them and support them and let them know that they are loved and valued, and that the world would be a lot less magical without them. So basically, check up on them, hang out with them, give them hugs if they're not too prickly. Let them know that you care. I love you guys, and I shall see you in the next video, which will probably not be until next week. I have one more tea that I received as a sample that we may or may not have tried already. And then hopefully next month I should be able to order some teas again. But because Christmas is coming, there will be a wait time as to when we will get those. But new teas soon, and what I can get when I go grocery shopping the beginning of next month. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye now. Stay safe.